Well, you hate to be proven right. These folk have been dead a while. And that must be the machinery Duck mentioned. Over here, Commander. Huh. Seems this terminal reroutes power to speakers around the cave. They were using sound to lure the Crabbles out. Let's see here. Generator's back on. Power up that phonotron, would you? Should cause enough ruckus to make the skeleton come out and play. Coming your way! Seek treatment for. System failure. Standing by for assistance.
In this unit's current state.
Resuming hostilities.
just need the specimen. Mind the pincers. Nice work. Mind bringing it over here so I can take a gander?
Auntie's Choice knows that a better you is just 3 pills and an ointment away.
You know, I can't recall seeing any of these protectorate types ever run a scale on each other.
Weird, ain't it?
A lot of fresh blood in the talent pool around here with these protectorate defenders.
Introducing Auntie's new line of specialty drills.
Back again? I hope the hunting has gone well. Certainly, if you've procured the right materials. I've been fine-tuning the procedure in the meantime. I do believe it'll be as smooth as Crabble butter.
I'm gonna assume Crabble Butter's especially smooth, because I'm ready to feel like myself again. The material we harvested from the skeleton Crabble could allow me to fire off scalding shell shards. They'd pierce through armor easily, I imagine. We only acquired one grafting part, so I think that'll have to do. Unless you want to help me hunt down the other creature? Then I will. And you know what? This makes me the first of Auntie's soldiers to graft with the skeleton's claw. I rather like the thought of being a pioneer.
Oh, the skeleton Crabble will be a splendid match for you, Inez. Go on now. Get sorted while I get this machine up and running. Mind the Raptidon drool on the table. No need to be nervous. I promise.
Thank you for the bedside manner, Commander. As you can tell, I've got a nervous temperament and jump at the sight of my own shadow.
Enough distractions, please. I need the utmost focus for my work. This is beautiful work. My best yet. How does the limb feel, Inez? Any numbness? Pain?
Yeah, both. Body's not accustomed to the presence of another limb. Feels like I've got an extra passenger in my nervous system. But it certainly beats feeling like I'm bleeding on the inside. Or fighting the urge to feast on raw human flesh. Like last time.
Well, I'll certainly be having words with that surgeon, leaving you in a state like that. Now, you come back straight away if anything bothers you.
Will do, Doc. I thank you. And you, Commander, without your help, I don't know what I might have done. Whatever you need going forward, I'm there. You got my word. I feel strange. In a good way. Auntie's documentation doesn't describe the side effects of grafting with a Crabble, but so far, not hearing complaints from me. I'd say this officially puts me back in full fighting form. If you ever thought I might slow you down, you can give those fears a kiss goodnight. Good. I can't rightly take a look without contorting myself in front of a mirror, so it's a comfort to have someone with a keen eye taking notice. I got a good feeling about this partnership of ours. Just want to reiterate that I'll make good on my end of the deal. I plan on proving my worth to you and to Auntie, no matter what it takes. I expect we're going to have quite the adventure together. I appreciate you hearing me out. We should move on.
knew you'd be back. What do you need this time? As a friendly reminder, all sales are final, especially ammunition.
Benefits available at your request.
Seems you've been scouted by Fairfield's finest to assist our efforts in the war. You know, since the ceasefire will inevitably fail. If you do, it'll be great for the folk here. And great for my resume, if I'm honest. Few bullet points like that, maybe it'll be enough to win me a spot on a higher rung. And you? If you help, what are you getting out of this? Won't blame you for thinking it's kindly to win hearts and minds, but it ain't ever gonna be as potent a strike as dropping a bomb. Though I reckon you know something about that. See, Val helpfully filled me in on your own predicament. Hunting down a fellow agent, huh? I thought you folk were all about nobility, duty, camaraderie above all. Were you one of Auntie's? I tell you just to shake the ladder hard while your traitor is climbing up, and enjoy the show when she tumbles down. What recourse do you actually have? So you're out here without a boss, huh? Might not be so bad. Though I'm curious if they'd even see justice done to your traitor. You agents are untouchable, or so the story goes. Ain't had many dealings with the Earth Directorate. You and Ibarra are the first agents I ever met, in fact. But you get things done. I trust you. As for Ibarra, verdict's still out. He insults Auntie's choice a mite too much for my liking. But that's the Earth Directorate's company policy, ain't it? Maybe not. But often what I hear comes up true. Look, I'm sorry. I ain't intending to get into any grievances here. Let's just say I'm a little dubious about the whole keeping corporations and corrupt governments in check thing. Ain't seen evidence of it yet. But maybe you're liable to prove me wrong. Anyhow, reckon we should keep moving.
This stretch runs between Fairfield and the Eastern Forward Operating Base. North of here is an old abandoned chapel. Dang, I ought to be charging for information.
Careful, friend. Reckon there might be a few loose raptidons wandering around. Note that Auntie's choice ain't liable for
Careful of
raptidon
friendly
being
fire if
free.
you head down past the funnel.
Oh great, a 472. Been a while since I had to dodge bullet spray.
If you're wondering why there's so many engineers sitting here on their rears, it's because the dang Crabbles ran us out of the desalinator. Now we're
I
stuck
don't even
here
want to think
on
about the damage those
standby
Crabbles are
wages.
gonna do to my machines.
They're Crabbles. They ain't gonna do nothing to your precious terminal. Only thing they're
Word is Milver Street is ordering a watch on the Protectorate survivors in Westport. Once any change is reported, I hate that kind of work. Always sounds like so much effort. That kind of thing ain't even on my contract. Milver Street is offering bits rewards for anything of import we can tell them. But I do love bids. Come on, friend. Let's go set our lamps on something juicy.
Scout, yes, sir. Looks like the repair center is still out of order, sir.
Excellent. At ease, Scout. Glad to hear that they haven't managed to repair it, even if command was temporarily.
be at least a few usable parts in here. Ah, it's warped. Just like everything else. Hello there. You wouldn't happen to have found any usable parts in all this debris? Westport's stockpiles of replacement parts are nearly depleted. I need to find some parts to convert some of our automechanicals, non-combat parts. Fortunately, there's nothing here that's salvageable. Auntie's bombs sure take their toll, don't they? Let's just say to fill Westport's needs. If you follow the road heading north, you can't miss it. Used to be a sight to behold, but the war hasn't been kind to it. To any of us. True enough. A few years ago, I couldn't have imagined us running short of anything. And now here I am, digging through scrap for parts. But I digress. Was there anything else? Need to get back to my hunt, you understand? Unless I missed my guess, this looks like it was transporting damaged and malfunctioning automechs from the Vox station to the Automech Repair Center to the south of here. The center is... Say, you don't work for Antes, do you? This is beginning to feel more than a little like you're digging for intelligence. Fair enough. As I was saying, the Automech Repair Center is south of here. Regrettably, subjects of Westport no longer have access to the repair center. Hence my need to scavenge. Likewise. And please inform me if you happen upon any usable parts.
You're leaving.
Ship's over. I have a life outside this place, you know.
A life? Outside our lab? No. No. Audacious advances requires commitment. Absolute commitment! Raring to fight. Now,
combat range.
Ready to assist with agent's health needs. Requires service. This unit is currently unable to assist. Resuming hostilities. Status susceptible to danger.
I do it for you!
Protect all teammates. This unit patiently awaits repair.
There must be at least a few usable parts in here. Ah, it's warped. Just like everything else.
What do you mean you're leaving?
Ship's over! I have a life outside this place, you know.
Got nothing, Commander. Friendly time.
not comply. This unit is incapacitated.
My aftermarket parts are prized.
Resuming.
Good! Where was...
Available at your request. Fortifying teammate caches.
Off.
Will somebody cover me or what?
Be advised. Physiological cues indicate acute cantankerousness in nearby armed guards. A stealthy approach is suggested.
Can unbalance even the most robust ecosystem, like those metals of raptidons, or the base individual
Huh. Well, at least it's not shooting the water anymore. Visitors, huh? Just meandering about, free of any appointed minder? Not so sure I ought to be speaking with you. If you need someone to talk to hereabouts, I suggest you seek out Vigilant Hogarth. That tall, stately building back yonder is his domicile.
Hogarth? Milver Street reckons he's the key to converting this town. Let's bring him the good news of Auntie's choice, shall we?
Do hate to come off impolite. If you're so inclined, we can pick this up later, after you two confabulate. Word to the wise, despite what you might hear, we still consider ourselves part of the Protectorate. Anyone spots an outsider engaging in misdeeds might just open fire.
Our enemies envy our
How
prosperity.
empty are the lives of Auntie's subjects that they need to rely on consumerism to find meaning?
Greetings.
Human societies were constantly...
It is my esteemed pleasure to welcome you to Westport, once a shining testament to Protectorate excellence, now a picturesque example of the evils of corporatism. But where are my manners? We do not have much, but please, let me offer you some victuals. Dut. I insist. Serving Unit 1. Something for the visitor at once?
Confirmative.
Perhaps you're wondering why I'd open my arms thusly for a stranger. Simple. As the guiding light for humankind, we always put our best foot forward, regardless of circumstance.
Nutritious and plentiful. We have everything we need. Prudence dictates.
I believe something still can be done. This town can be saved, its people given a reprieve. Were we to acquire the one thing vital to our existence. Automech parts. What?
Comestibles served.
We of the Protectorate pride ourselves on our mech programming. Among the vigilant, it is even considered something of a sport. We are not miracle workers, however. Without parts to work with, we've no hope of remaking our mechs to do tasks beyond their initial functions. We need repair mechs, domestic mechs, not combat ones. Serving Unit 1 here is about as much as can be accomplished without replacement parts.
Fascinatingly complex ecological network. To govern it, the matriarch working with and
We are of like minds. We lack not the skill to do so. Our wily chief mechanist can reprogram the mech, but not without parts. Unfortunately, we lack ready availability of said parts.
naturally, sometimes challenges do arise.
Why, we're traitors, obviously. We've not fulfilled our duties as members of the Protectorate. It is incumbent upon us to fight to the death, yet we still live, as does our enemy. Now, either the Arbiters arrive to execute us, or this place falls under the vapid boot heel of Auntie's choice. No matter who wins, we cannot sustain ourselves here for long.
More than ever, we must all do our part to maintain it. Keep doing your job.
My linguistic embellishments are somewhat beside the point. This here's a matter of accountability. Responsibility was mine. Disgrace and judgment should be mine solely as well. My intention is to absolve my subjects of any and all such blame. I owe it to every single person here to try.
Feeling distracted? Daydreaming on the job? Mental refreshment centers are there to help you. Don't risk falling prey to imperfect thoughts. Go now.
That's abundantly kind of you. Though there must be something I can offer.
Under Protectorate law, we are bound to inform you that you have entered a recreant locality. Record states as follows.
Enough to lead and inspire those who work there, once at least. I was previously the ranking vigilant on this island. Why do you ask? I don't know what an Earth Directorate is, and I'd thought we were past the need for being coy, but fine. I'll extend you my trust. as a show of good faith. In exchange for the automech parts we need, I can provide you means to get inside. Never dream of such a proposal in days of reason and quietude. Yet such is the here and now we find ourselves in.
The matriarch herself designed it, and the sovereign embodies and executes on it throughout history.
Wonderful. My unavoidable march to the gallows feels lighter already. At least now my subjects will have a fleeting chance. The parts can be found at the Euphoria Coast Automech Repair Center to the south. But do not, under any circumstances, tell those stationed there why you need them. To get inside, you will need an access pass from the Ministry of Accuracy. Since we have all been marked as traitors, I cannot create one for you here.
Life of contentment and plenty. We have community, purpose, time for recreation.
Farewell now.
Sleep well at night. Work isn't strenuous or stressful. Food is nutritious and plentiful. We have everything we need. Prudence dictates we take a moment to rightly appreciate it all and thank the sovereign.
Well, look who it is. What is it? Speak your mind.
You are the raw material for perfection. From the lowliest subject to the most exalted vigilant, we must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate. We're all in this together.
Parts can be found at the Euphoria Coast Automech Repair Center to the south. Remember, do not tell anyone there what you're gathering them for. Now, please, make every possible haste. Everyone's lives here, save mine, depend upon it.
Atmosphere and rich natural resources represent a
Must be at least a few usable parts in here.
Aha! Ah, it's warped. Just like everything else.
Who goes there? By orders of Marshal Donaldson, no one comes or goes to the Automech Repair Center without approval. What's your business here?
Oh, there's work, all right. The Marshal told us not to turn anyone useful away, and left us to interpret what that means.
Then again, what are the odds that an auto-mechanical repair technician just happens by in a time of war? How do we know you aren't a spy from Auntie's Choice? Yeah, I'm not buying it. Don't even try getting through this checkpoint without approval. We're low on everything but bullets.
trouble ahead.
Sequencing attack strategies.
Hostile ahead. What's the play, man?
Material for perfection. From the low object to the most exalted vigilant, we must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate. We're all
Almost missed the routine certitude of my assigned profession.
Simply saying I'd rest easier if he'd been assigned to it. originally. That generator goes?
Have time for a chat, Commander? This is a delicate situation. You reckon we help folk here get back on their feet? Or do what the Minister asked? I agree. We convince the townsfolk to join up, and they'll be granted a new life away from the Protectorate guillotine. Once they taste a better life, they'll be loyal forever. The Minister, too, would be much obliged. However, the Vigilant is offering us a clearer pathway to the Vox Relay should we help him in his town. If tracking down that DeVries person is your top priority, I suppose I couldn't fault you for doing things his way, though you may just be delaying the inevitable for these folk. You got it. Let's start conversating. The sooner we know how folk really feel about living here, the sooner we'll know who to butter up.
Well, it's infected. Redstone arrives soon, well...
This is all going perfectly according to the paradigm, I guess. I just can't wait for it to be going more perfectly again.
You walked in here under your own steam and appear reasonably free of cuts, burns, or weeping lesions. So, I assume you're presently devoid of mortiferous injuries. Good. Because we've got more of that than we can handle. Don't suppose you have any medical supplies to spare, do you? That you might kindly consider donating? Oh, no thank you. Not looking for anything that does more harm than good. I have enough ailments to manage already. From what I've heard about Auntie's medicaments, might poison a patient or cause them to grow an extra head or something. Never know what they're testing out on you.
My extra parts aren't side effects. That's your implication. And anyhow, I should think some minor side effects would be preferable to dying.
Well, fear I've little time for idle chatter. If you'll excuse me, others do need my attention.
Word on the wire.
Stay true, outsider. Stay true, outsider.
You can't fight contentment.
Stranger?
My body is... Imperfect thoughts sure can be invasive. Right now, the paradigm needs our houses underwater. Hopefully it'll need them dry again someday, but until then, it's a short swim down to your possessions.
Of course, it's part of the Sovereign's plan. He floods our houses, which makes more habitat for fish, which offers us more to eat, which gives us the strength to build new houses. But then...
Hello again. Here to help? Or just being friendly? Hard to say, since I don't know any other way. We have more sense of community than other places, which I couldn't imagine getting by without. Before the invasion, automechs took care of most things. I had plenty of time for my interests. Forays into nature, socializing. Must say I do look forward to mealtime around here. Arcadian tenderloin in particular remains a favorite. Hard to find a bad meal in the Protectorate, though. You haven't heard? When Antes invaded, they broke the seawall. Flooded nearly half the town below, where most of the domiciles were. A number of our subjects drowned. Others got concussed, or even crushed. A few were electrocuted or exposed to caustics. Took a while for our water purifier to catch up, so some drank tainted water, which is not good for you at all. I'm glad it's working again. All right, well, don't let me keep you.
Welcome back.
Our enemies envy our prosperity.
Well, look who it is. What is it? Speak your mind.
Everyone knows.
Pshaw! I've no desire to speak of the current state of Fairfield, no less the Antes' choice riffraff controlling it, or worse, any traitors who have flocked to their side. Why, I cannot fathom any of my people or I even contemplating defecting the Protectorate, let alone for that cesspool of inanity.
Ran rampant. Depletion of resources and lack of community led to terrible suffering. Poor Tears didn't have the firm benevolent hand of the Sovereign to
The only thing they need, that all of us here need, are those auto-mechanical parts. I would thank you to make haste retrieving them.
life of contentment and plenty. We have community.
Nobody needs go anywhere. Not when we can still save Westport. We of the Protectorate endure as one, regardless of any hardships we must face. It'd have to be catastrophically obvious this place was doomed, and incontrovertibly beyond my means to save it, before I'd even consider such a recourse.
Appreciate it all and thank the Sovereign.
When I look outside, I see people who are hardy and resilient, who trust the paradigm, who understand prosperity will return with time and group effort. I have the aid of key pillars of our community, several persons of note and good character who stand with and by me, and our town still functions. Our automechs are still running, mostly. We have a generator to power them, fresh water, the reassuring voice of everyone's neighbor Prudence wafts from our loudspeakers.
And rich natural resources represent a fascinatingly complex ecological network. To govern it, the matriarch, working with and through the Sovereign, devised the paradigm, a meticulously designed marvel where, if each of us does our part, produces glorious bounty for all. Naturally, sometimes challenges do arise. We all know
I don't know. Look, I've entertained these fool notions of yours long enough. There's no use pursuing such a fruitless line of thinking further. I have a brighter future in mind for Westport, one you can help with, in fact, rather than dwelling on dark maybes and scenarios of worst imagining. What all of us need most here are those auto-mechanical parts. Now please, make haste retrieving them.
maintain it. Keep doing
Farewell now.
right. Keep informing all your neighbors. Same as ever. But prudence dictates we give it a little extra added zeal for now, just to offset. disruption.
Stranger?
My body is covered. Tired of battle.
The wireless said that flooding Westport is routine maintenance to remove the dust that had been building up in our door frames.
Sovereign. Sovereign really does think of everything.
And/or manipulative, indoctrinatory falsity.
Glad the wireless told me that I'm happy and everything's splendid. I was tempted to feel sad after the ocean flooded my house.
Disdain our sense of community. They sneer at our contentment.
Everyone knows the paradigm epitomizes the pinnacle of social order. Why? Because the matriarch herself designed it. And plenty. We have community, purpose, time for recreation. We sleep well at night. Work isn't strenuous or stressful. Food is nutritious
I inhaled
and plentiful.
so much dust and debris during the attack. Still hurts to breathe.
We take a moment to rightly appreciate it all and thank the sovereign.
You are the raw material for perfection.
Look who's back.
Subject to the most exalted vigilance. We must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate. We're all in this together.
The matriarch chose Eden because she recognized it as the perfect ecosystem.
Emergency. Initializing socialization. How may this unit assist you, Commander?
Auntie's choice and the Protectorate got a difference in opinion. The Protectorate believe they can't be bloodied. We think otherwise. Got something that needs doing, Commander?
For an anti-bottom runger like me. Wish I never snuck in here to begin with. Seemed like a good idea at the time. Nah, it was a great idea. So much stuff for the taking around here. Another load of loot. I need to get me back in the sprag race. Didn't count for all these credits. Real far in the old ointment. I could just sit tight, live lean off all these supplies, grab one skedaddle, and maybe open the door and bolt. Seems like a good idea. It's a great idea.
abides. But now, more than ever, we must all do our part to maintain it. Keep doing your job with pride. Keep informing on your neighbors. Same as ever. But prudence dictates we give it a little
Outside.
added zeal for now, just to offset any minor disruption.
The matriarch and appeared right out of the aether, just as I imagine our proud sentinels do. Like, here I am, your innermost thoughts are known to me, and nobody once hears from you again. Caught me reciting passages from a beacon to the cosmos, illustrating my steadfast fidelity. All subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler, the Sovereign. That part always hits me directly. To quote my personal log, an essential passage, rightful and true. Charlton Weintraut.
Due to insufficient zeal in defense against seizure, sabotage, and/or manipulative indoctrinatory falsity.
Why, that's wonderful. I'm actually quite relieved a fellow customer like yourself somehow saw through my carefully maintained act. Others in Westport fail to perceive my true nature. I am hardly one of the herd around here. A reference you'll no doubt recognize from those keen Auntie's Choice commercials.
Epitomizes the pinnacle of social order. Why? Because the matriarch herself designed it, and the sovereign embodies and executes on it. Throughout history, human societies were constantly out of balance. Individualism ran rampant. Depletion of resources and lack of community led to terrible suffering.
Why, they are certainly inspiring. There's this one character who just laughs at danger, says he hand makes his own luck. Is that not the grandest thing you ever heard? You and I are just like him. Get up and go-getters. Say, did Auntie's Choice send you here? Don't fret, I am exceedingly skilled at keeping secrets.
Work isn't strenuous or stressful.
How I've waited to hear those words. Anything I might help with at present?
Everything we need. Prudence dictates we take a moment to rightly appreciate it all and thank.
Really? What was he like? Bold? Assertive? With a wildly obstreperous theatrical air?
You are the raw material for perfection. From the lowliest subject to the most exalted vigilant, we must all fulfill our duty.
An audacious proposal. Yet this place, despite its recent humidity, remains comfortable and familiar.
Because she recognized it as the perfect ecosystem. The native flora and fauna, the pleasant atmosphere, and rich
just imagine it. A new life full of breakneck decision-making and fending for oneself. But no, while I have acquired a distinct craving for certain Auntie's Choice products, I remain a good, loyal Protectorate subject at heart, if not in stomach. Hate to dash everyone's hopes. Suppose I am still part of the herd.
Can unbalance even the most robust ecosystem, like those
You do that? Really? No, I do not believe your dissemblage. A true go-getter would never resort to such tactics. I see right through it, plain as day.
But now, more than ever, we must all
With a full case, I might gorge upon such sweet goodness morning, noon, and night. All right, hand it over. Oh, but what would vigilant Hogarth say? What would everyone say? I can scarcely imagine it. Abandoning my community only to satisfy my gastronomical urges and risk-taking attitude. No, I couldn't leave unless Hogarth ordered everyone to go.
Look at the day today. Are you mentally refreshed?
Righto! Well, you seem rather confident. Best of luck, I suppose. You are surely going to need it. Please inform me if, when, of course, you receive it.
Insufficient zeal in defense against seizure, sabotage, and
As a recent convertee to Auntie's Choice, I'd be honored to share my maverick, individualist perspective. Well, I can tell you someone who thinks he's important. Pinckney. Ever since he became interim chief mechanist, he's been crying day and night about that generator. If anything happens to that thing, I worry for his mind.
the paradigm epitomizes the pinnacle
Of course. Toodaloo!
because the matriarch herself designed it, and the sovereign embodies and executes on it. Throughout history, human societies were constantly out of balance.
All these vexatious disruptions keep the falling Westport. When are things gonna settle down again?
Of community led to terrible suffering.
word on the wireless is that Auntie's choice is years behind us sociologically. So they've started the war to grab any part of the...
Hello again. Here to help? Or just being friendly? Honestly? Well, I'm a reasonable judge of character, and you seem upright. On behalf of my patients and I, thank you. We're all grateful. Guess outsiders aren't all just base individualists like they say on the wireless. Barring this being some tricky sales strategy, that is. This is a good start, but I fear it won't last long. Wouldn't happen to know a reliable means to procure more, would you? They'd sell to us? Those medicaments you gave us before? No, never. You must think me easily hoodwinked. Our societies are sworn enemies. You almost make that sound reasonable, under a highly skewed, morally vacuous light. Not seeing a wealth of options here at present. I can watch my patients die, then face execution, or we can resettle elsewhere and remain alive. I lean toward the latter. The abandoned section of Westport ought to have some supplies. Should be enough medicaments down there to help our injured survive the trip to Fairfield. It's perilous, though. Well now, that should do nicely. Thank you. Hope those Crabbles didn't give you too much trouble. I recognize these patients require more care than I'm able to provide here. Seems like in Fairfield, I can get them the help they require. The one last additional thing we'll need is for Vigilant Hogarth to agree to it. It's less a concern about disloyalty and more my respect for his abilities. He's a skilled leader, and we could sorely use his aid, from coordinating logistics to keeping up morale. I'll surely have my hands full with my patients. His presence on the journey would save lives. All right, be careful out there.
With some progress, sustain the system, serve the sovereign.
Fine point. My favorite is, we must rout all disruptive factors and base it on.
I was sad for a moment because my house got submerged in the flooding. Then the wireless told me
Prudence dictates that we watch our neighbors, but I may just invite him over to make it easier.
Because the matriarch heard
You hear? They're letting anyone who wants to train at the Arbiter's facility.
But the paradigm says we're to spend our lives in our predetermined profession.
That's why so generous sovereign to guide them. Here on Eden, we all enjoy the full luxury the paradigm affords us. A perfect life of contentment and plenty. We have community, purpose, time for recreation. We sleep well at night.
Literally everything I own is underwater.
What do you mean? Everything we have belongs to the sovereign. We own nothing. But surely the protectorate will provide anything we need.
Of course they will. That is a twin of the moon.
Duty to the Protectorate. We're all in this together.
The matriarch chose Eden because she recognized it as the perfect ecosystem. The native flora and fauna, the pleasant atmosphere, and rich natural resources represent
Outsider.
to maintain it. Keep
Ah, the itinerant stranger returns.
on your neighbors, same as ever.
Certainly. What would you like to know?
Give it a little extra added zeal for now, just to offset any minor.
Our society is built of layers, with the benevolent sovereign at the top. The vigilant are directly beneath him, supporting him, helping to enact the paradigm. We are also tasked with leading the rest of the subjects.
Refreshment post-haste. It's not just a good idea, it's the law.
I see you are in need of guidance, much like the subjects below us in the Protectorate hierarchy. There are varying degrees of vigilant leadership needed, depending on where in the hierarchy a subject may be. Why, even the Sentinels rely on our guidance, regardless of their thoughts on the matter. But our true calling is to lead the lower classes, who are the beating heart of our society. I suppose when Auntie is eventually driven from our fair island, the Sentinels will be coming for me, traitor that I am. Is there anything else?
They sneer at our contentment.
Farewell now.
Everyone knows the paradigm epitomizes the pinnacle of social order.
subject to the most exalted vigilant, we must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate. We're all in this together.
For all Protectorate subjects within and without.
That doesn't sound like a sanctioned communique.
Maybe amity,
Try not to
luxury,
think.
and
I reject
resplendence are
imperfect
all
thoughts in all their
vanity.
forms. All thoughts of any kind, whatsoever.
No computronic doodads, no palm rolls, just good old
Hello again. Have you spoken to Vigilant Hogarth yet? Did he give permission for me to leave? Ah, I see. Well, please inform me if and when you do.
Personal freedom pervades every aspect of life and Auntie's choice. Choice is in the name for a reason, my good subjects. Without further ado, I hereby extend my personal invitation to you all to join us in Fairfield and sample our unique brand of autonomous self-determination for yourselves. So pack your bags and get ready to think for yourself, choose for yourself, buy for yourself. With Auntie's choice, your lives will be transformed.
I had a nightmare that the matriarch didn't gift us the paradigm, and we were left to scramble for purpose and profit like Auntie's workers.
Salutations, Arcadia. Auntie Cleo here with a direct message to all Protectorate subjects listening in. I'm afraid you've been fed a lot of hooey about all of us. Listen to your auntie. They say they offer you direction, meaning, and purpose. We say that's a fancy way of stating you're their slave. They say you're part of a community. We say personally, it's never too late to rebrand and start anew. Join us, embrace freedom, revel in choice. Auntie's choice.
Introducing Auntie's new line of specialty drinks for the discerning consumer. Auntie Fizzos.
Say, hold up there, friend. Watch out. That way's a minefield.
Ha! I laugh at danger. I'm a
endless yattering is more insipid than I'd imagined. Well, look who it is. What is it? Speak your mind.
Everyone knows salubrious concoctions aren't supposed to taste good.
I'll say, it's like rotten fruit and decomposed.
Tell me what you... Whoa. Excuse me, but that cacophony emanating from our loudspeakers can drive one to distraction.
Of a delicious taste, new from Auntie's Choice. Where nature ends, we begin. Give Auntie 2 bits, and she'll give you...
My people are prepared to die. As subjects of the Protectorate, we are born to give our lives to the Sovereign, whether he asks for them or not.
Not me. I stay hungry.
Auntie's Choice Stay Hungry Meal Pack. Whoever said humanity can't exist on...
Perhaps you are correct. Ironically, now that we're all traitors, they really don't need my permission to leave, but if they want it, they shall have it. My former subjects are free to live an empty life with Auntie's Choice. I'll make an announcement. Order them to depart for Fairfield, but I will be staying.
Auntie's Choice knows that a better you is just 3 pills...
Should I? Haven't I failed them enough for one lifetime? No. I will stay here and loyally await the judgment I richly deserve.
Subjects within and without earshot. What do I provide? Information. Did you know that in Auntie's Choice, we don't pre-select your assignment?
Adherents are expected to hold firm to the end. Such is the degree of our devotion.
Old-fashioned freedom. In fact, the former Protectorate subjects now abiding in Fairfield are free to choose any vocation they like and change occupations at the slightest of whims. This wildly unfettered personal freedom pervades every aspect of life in Auntie's Choice. Choice is in the name for a reason, my good subjects. Without further ado, I hereby extend my personal invitation to you all to join us in Fairfield and sample our unique brand of autonomous self-determination for yourselves. So, pack your bags.
I suppose my duty to my people remains, whether here or in Fairfield. All right. I'll go. Unsure how I'll endure such an empty existence. Perhaps, if I offer my old subjects periodic advice, our sense of community may somehow, despite the wiles of commercialism, remain.
Cleo here with a direct message to all Protectorate subjects.
All right, then. Suppose it's time to make my announcement.
What of hooey about all of us at Auntie's Choice? Your so-called superiors would have you believe we're unscrupulous interlopers intent on...
Take the pressure off with anti-fizzles, bottled under more than 3 atmospheres of pressure.
Ever wonder if our assignment here will never end? Like, our employment contracts will just keep renewing.
You ever find yourself with too much disposable income? I got plenty of ideas on how to dispose of it.
You've lifted my spirits right out of their doldrums. Our new guests have just arrived. Here, a considerable reward for your considerable efforts. From the hushed grumblings of the refugees, I've gathered that you, perhaps aided Westport's departure into inhospitability? Sometimes the harshest moves are the most necessary. I've two minds about the convertees. Anyone with eyes can see they need guidance, but a pernicious system is not easily abandoned. Have you any thoughts? I did indeed. Do forgive my preoccupations. The refugees are already long-suffering. What's a few extra moments of agony? Speak with Vigilant Hogarth in the building beside the saloon. He was in charge around here before we arrived. I have no doubt he knows vital information to the Vox's functioning. Now, should you ever find yourself visiting the ACS Undisputed Claim, do come see me. I've no doubt that when we next meet, I'll have risen 6 ranks, at least. Farewell!
Well, if it ain't DB Milver Street's newest sycophant. I'm Officer Babylon Carr, and you can consider that introduction the start and end of our personable relationship. If you'd spoken with me like I suggested, mayhaps the two of us could bandy words, but you didn't. And taking sides with Milver Street means I got no use for you.
time I think I'm having a bad day, I just tell myself, wait till tomorrow.
The others appear to be acclimatizing well to this. Well, hello. You appear burning with purpose. Is everything all right? Has something occurred? Judging by the waves of consternation wafting off of you, your other options must have failed. Yes, I know of a means in, but you must do something for me there. Even though I no longer am of the Protectorate, I do care for its subjects. I'll prepare a writ of conscription to allow you entry to the Vox Relay. While most would refuse my authorization, the sentry assigned to the gate once lived in Westport. Sentry second-class layman. Show the writ as proof I have conscripted you into my employ. Use it to press service on my behalf, and she will let you in. Once you're inside, there's someone else you should show it to. You do that and say what I tell you. It'd save many lives. The Vox Relay is, to my mind, a time bomb. Brigadier Montelli's lost his way. Now all manner of chaos is raging there. I've heard tell he's even resorted to extra-legal executions. Madness, I tell you. A brigadier doesn't act as judge, jury, and executioner. That's an arbiter's job. And even then, they're enforcing existing Protectorate law. Marshal Corbin. As with all my subjects, I have been there when he needed me. I trust we can call on him now to do his part. Seek him out at the Vox Relay, conscript him with the writ, and this is important. You must convince him to kill Montelli. Corbin will want to talk him down, to take him into custody, to message superiors outside the facility beforehand. We cannot allow any of that to happen. Good, good. Here is the writ. Farewell now.